Kermit the friggin' Frog.
I already look like him.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a Kermit the Frog hood. Now as you can see, we already have the hood finished. I found this video, which is absolutely incredible, really easy to follow. I will link it down below. Today we are just gonna be adding all the details to bring this frog to life. So first, if you look at Kermit, he's got like a triangle neck thing going on. I don't know. We're gonna do it. I've got this yarn, which I think is gonna be absolutely perfect color. And we're gonna jump right into doing the neck. So we're gonna be starting on the bottom here. Obviously we are changing over to a different color and I am sticking with the 4mm hook. To start, I'm just going to create a slip knot and leave it big and loose. And this is where we're going to tie it on. You can tie it on wherever you like. I just prefer to do it in the back. We're going to attach it to here, grabbing that loop and pulling it through, but not enough that the knot goes through, like so. Yarning over, pulling through. So now it is attached. So you're going to chain one. I'm going to sew in my ends as we go, and into that next hole right there, we're going to do a single crochet, and then in there. And we are just doing this all the way until we meet to the other side. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, just roughly going into one on top of each line. And here we are coming up on our last few stitches. So again, one into there and into that top one. And we have met back over here, so we're just going to go into that first chain and slip stitch and then chain one. So that is our first row of our neck, and as you can see it should lay flat and not scrunch up. Now for row two, we are just doing a single crochet into every chain now that it's easy, all the way around until we meet back at where we started. As you can see, I've worked all the way and we're coming up to where we started. And once again, into that top loop, slip stitch, chain one, and that is what two of our rows are looking like. We are going to repeat row two one more time, except all you're gonna wanna do is count the number of stitches because that's gonna come into play in the next part. So just making sure that we're keeping count. Coming up on the edge of my row here. So I have 55 stitches, and then we're going to slip stitch into that first chain, chain one, and that's what our two chains is looking like. And now we are going to start on our triangles. So the reason why you need to keep track of your chains is because the next part we are going to be doing the triangles and we are going to be splitting it into 5. So you're going to take your number, for me that is 55, and then you're going to divide it by 5. So mine is 11. Starting right off where we ended with a chain one, I'm going to do 11 single crochets, chain one, and turn your work. Second row, we are just going to do the exact same thing and do a single crochet into every chain. Chain one, turn your work. Just simple single crochet all the way across. Chain one. And we are going to repeat row two, just doing single crochets back and forth for 8 rows total. We've done 2, so 6 more to go. Exactly the same as before, just working a single crochet into every stitch. And here we are with our 14 rows. And now we're going to start creating our point by doing decreases. Into that next chain, you're going to go through and pull a chain through, like you're going to do a single crochet. But now you're going to go into the next one, pull another, so you have 3 on your chain, and then pull all through. That's a decrease. Now you're just going to single crochet across until you have 2 chains left. Just like that. And I'm going to repeat, so I'm going to go through, so there's 2 chains, into the next, so there's 3, pull all 3. Chain one, turn your work, and we're doing that all the way down until we create a point, doing decreases on either side. So through, chain, through, 3, pull all 3, work your single crochets all the way across until you get to 2 chains left, 1 chain, 2, chain one, turn your work. Now for row 3, you're going to just do 1 row of normal single crochets all the way across, and we're going to alternate that pattern from now on. So we're going to do a row of decreases and then a row of normal. Turn, so now we're going to decrease and go across, 2 left, decrease, chain one. This row is normal, single crochets all the way across, chain one, decrease. This time I only have 1 single crochet in the middle, and then I decrease again, chain one, and then decrease the last 2 chains to create a point, chain 1, and there you have one of your triangles. You're just gonna cut that off, and we're just gonna repeat that exact same thing all the way around. So I'm not gonna show that again, but using the attaching method that we did all the way back in the beginning into the next chain, so that's going into there, so into this chain, I would start and I would do the 11 across and do the triangle, and you're just gonna work all the triangles around until you have 5 of them and you've connected back over here, and I will come back for the final steps. So this is what it's looking like with all 5 of them done. Next we're going to be working on the trim around it. So taking the same color and doing the same trick of making a slip knot, and again you can attach this onto anywhere. I'm going to do it around here like that and chain 1. So we're just going to be working single crochets all the way around, and again it's just like when we did them into here. You're just going to be kind of working into the top of each line that you can until we reach our corner. That's the only time it's going to be a little bit different. So we are just working our single crochets all the way along. Here we are coming up on that corner. I'm going to do it one more right there. And next is the 2 V's next together, and we are going to do a decrease right into that corner. Decrease. And then just work all the way up until we reach the point. Okay, so here we are coming up. I'm gonna go into that last one. And then in the top corner, we're going to do 3 single crochets and work back down. And we are just going to repeat that all the way around, doing a decrease at the base, working all the way up, and 3 singles at the top. I will come back when we are connecting to the other side. So here we are coming back to where we started right there. So I'm gonna go into the next 2 to finish it off. Into the first chain, slip stitch together, and chain 1. And each leaf should now be nice and outlined. Now we are just going to repeat that, doing 1 single crochet all the way around, except this time we are not going to be doing a decrease down here, but we will be doing the 3 at the top, and I will meet when we are done row number 2. I have come all the way back to the other side, slip stitch, chain 1, cut it off, and we are done with the neckband. So now all that is left to do is the eyes. For materials, you are going to need a white and black acrylic medium yarn. The eyes that I'll be using, I got from Michaels, and it's just the Lamode. They came with 4, and they have like a little notch on the back there. I'm working with a 5mm hook, and you will also need a little sewing needle and black thread, and some sort of tool to weave in the ends. We're going to start with our white, so we need to make a magic ring, which is not as hard as you think, okay? If you can do a slip knot, you can do it. For this, I like to give myself a little bit more room, so I do 3 fingers over like an X and hold it big like that. So it's just like a slip knot. You're gonna go under, pull it through, but now you're gonna twist it so it's on my hook like that, untwisted, twist, and then under that one again and pull that through like a chain. And then if you slowly pull your fingers out, you have your magic ring. So then I'm going to chain 2, and now you're going to do 10 double crochets into this big circle. So yarn over in the middle, yarn over 2, and yarn over 2. That's 1. We need 9 more. Just continue to pull this to make this smaller. You don't want to lose the end of this string because that's how you tighten it all together. I'm going to go ahead and do 9 more. And there's our 10th. And then you're just going to pull that string. And then we are just going to slip stitch back in the top, skip a chain in the next chain, and we're just going to pull it through both. So we now have a circle. We are going to start with a chain 2, and we are just doing 2 double crochets in every chain. This is where the chain's coming out of, into this next one right there, into both chains. 1 double crochet, into the same one, another, working those doubles all the way around. So here we are coming up on the end, and we have 2 more, as you can see. That one where we started, that doesn't count as a double crochet, so we have 2 more. 2 in there, 2 in the last. And once again, we are going to slip stitch where the top of this side is, right into there, slip stitch. Now we have a little bit of a bigger circle. For our 3rd row, we are going to chain 2, and now we're just doing 1 double crochet all the way around. So in this next chain right there, double crochet, and then work those all the way around. Here we are coming up on the end, and slip stitch to the other side. So as you can see, doing the row of 1 double crochet in each after the 2 will make a dome, which is what we want. Now if you haven't already, I'm going to flip this inside out so the part with the string is on the inside. I just find that it has a better shape, so that's what we're looking like. Now for our final row 4, I also like to make sure that I'm working in. So if I turn it this way, I'm working out, but I always like to work in because I find it makes it actually tighter, whereas if you do it this way, it goes out. I don't know, it doesn't hold shape. Row 4 is identical to row 3. So we're just going to chain 2 and do 1 double crochet into every chain all the way around. There's our last chain, slip stitch onto the other side, chain 1, and we are done. But when you cut the string, you're going to want to leave it really long because this is what we're going to use to weave it in. I just like to kind of wrap it around. I find 3 times is plenty. After your chain 1, you're going to pull the yarn through, but this one you're just going to pull all the way through. So now we're going to be adding the line for the eye, taking our black yarn. I'm just going to tie it onto the end of my sewing needle, and then you're going to want to leave a decent amount. I'm just going to go back and forth. That's probably plenty. Cut that off. So for the placement, it's going on this line, 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows. This line is where we're going to do it. With the side that's not attached to the needle, I'm just going to get it attached by putting it down and pulling the black string up, and then going into the next one and pulling it back down. Now you can flip it back inside out for a sec, and then you're just going to tie this off. I like to do this like at least 3 times. Now flip it back, and we are attached and ready to go. So this part is pretty darn easy. I'm just going to take my sewing needle. I'm actually going to go into the next chain this way, and then we're going to go that way so it covers it. Then you're just going to pull that all the way through, and this is when we pick how big we want it. 1, 2, 3, about 4 down the other side. We're going to go 1 chain over to go back up, and then we're going to go 1 chain before to go back down. We're pretty much just going to do that back and forth a couple times and back down on that side. So I think the last one will go all the way. Now you're going to flip it inside out. And now we're just going to weave in this end. See these black chains here? I'm going to go through both of those and start to pull it through, but just to make a big circle like that. And then we're going to go up it to make a knot, and I'll probably do 1 more of those into the next one. I like to cut it with a decent amount left and just tie it 2 more times. And we have the yarn part of the eye done. Okay, honestly this part can be really annoying, but you're so close. We got this. Okay, taking your eyeball. I have already attached my sewing needle, that's the word, to my string. Once again, I'm just going to cut off a very decent amount. And again, the side that is not attached to the sewing needle, I'm going to do the same trick, taking a hook. So now we're just gonna flip her inside out. And first we want to attach our tiny string. We're gonna go through some of those chains, and the side that is not attached to the needle, pull her through. Tie it off 3 times. That little notch that it has, I'm gonna push it through to the other side and turn it so it's the holes that way. I'm just gonna go through the plastic backing and out the other side, pull that through, cure it. We're just gonna go down in the chain next to it and then back up next to it. Now we're just gonna do the exact same thing going back, push through to the other side. I'm just gonna do that 1 more time. And we did it. Obviously you're gonna wanna make sure that it's nice and secure, and then cut it with a decent amount of room. And I just like to tie our first string that we tied on with this one and do that at least 3 times. And just like that, our eye is complete. We have the long string. Obviously you are going to need to make 2 of these, and then we are going to attach them. We did it! He is done! Look at him! Let's try it on.